Hello and welcome to another live edition of Alien Investigations, and we got a great matchup for you this evening. But first, let's meet my contender. Joining me all the way from Wisconsin and host of the brand new channel, Chasing the Dragon, I have here with us Nathan. How's it going, Nathan? How are we doing this evening?
We got, and I know you can't relate to this because you're in Texas, we got a foot of snow just yesterday. We affectionately refer to it as heart attack snow because it's so heavy, it's like shoveling clay. So that's how I'm doing.
Good thing you're tucked into the warm comforts of your household this evening so that, the snow's out there, but you're here, you're ready to throw down, ready to unpack some X-Files CCG cards and see what the fates have got in store for you this evening. Yes, that's right. Nathan and I are going to be opening some sealed packs of X-Files CCG cards. We have with us one Premier starter deck each, and we also have two booster packs from the Truth Is Out There edition. And so, what do we have in store for us? Ultra rare, maybe? That would be nice.
1996 date on these packs. So, 27 years.
Any longer, and we're going to have to start wearing gas masks when we open up these packs because that 96, 97 sealed air could potentially prove toxic over time. But, thankfully there doesn't seem to be a massive shortage of these cards despite having been 27 years or so. Although these days we are having a harder time finding the Truth Is Out There edition packages as of late. But nevertheless, there are still quite a bit of cards out there that have yet to be opened. In fact, let's open these up. I'll turn it over to you. I'll let you go ahead and get started with unsealing yours first.
Tabs are tricky on these guys.
Yeah, some of them they are. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So, I guess we'll start with the agents here, huh?
Yeah.
Slide this off. So this is the banded packet of fixed cards. I should have 4 agents in here. Oh, actually, before we do this, I'm going to call out my X-Files because I'm going to pick one of those.
Good call. For the sake of the game, I went ahead and pre-selected my X-File card from my collection, so it is already right here, good to go. Here, I do see you have 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. I'll take a guess and say that your other 3 agents are going to be 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, Hosteen, and Agent Janice. We'll see if I'm right on that.
Well, let's see if you are right. So there's Hosteen, so you must know how these fixed packs sequence out, huh?
I must, or maybe I've just got, the gift of foresight. Who knows?
So are these the 4 agents that, like, for example, can 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 appear with a different group of agents? Or is this
that's a good question. And since we do have Mr. Mike Perrine in attendance, he might be able to back me up on this. But I do know that my very first starter deck that I ever bought back in, I think, winter, like January of 97, contained that particular team right there. So every time I see one of them in a starter deck, I'm inclined to think that the other 3 are also in that same one. So it's possible that there is some consistency, at least amongst the banded set, which, actually Mike does say, yes, the banded sets did have some collation going on, but unfortunately the rest of the cards in the Premier boxes were just shoved in there regardless of whether it would be helpful or not. So hence why the Premier edition was met with some, decidedly mixed reviews.
Well, Steven, you kind of stole my thunder on the agent reveal here.
I guess I did.
So this is actually a pretty well-rounded set of agents here. We've got 5 alien investigation. We have very little behavioral. We have 4 computer. We've got 4 medical, I believe.
Hosteen and Janice, yeah.
5 medical. We've got 4 occult investigation from Hosteen alone. Got decent evidence collection, decent criminal investigation,
and some decent subterfuge.
Yeah.
Got 8 subterfuge, if I'm not mistaken, right?
So we're a little light on sciences. We've got 3 observation. Yeah, so it's a pretty well-rounded team, actually.
Yeah, can't complain with that.
Yeah, so let's see what else we got here. We got medical sites, evidence collection, occult investigation. These should all be, I believe, sites that these particular banded teams can complete. So
correct. It's the rest of the sites in the pack that may leave a bit to be desired. But then again, as you stated earlier, it's a pretty well-rounded team.
Let's look at what else we got. We got Safe House, which is going to add a resource keyword to a witness, which is pretty nice because we will certainly be playing with witnesses in this game. Oh, there it is.
Look what he's got there.
Oh, man. The bane of Steven's existence, hopefully.
No, the bane of my existence is titled Unexpected Call, but that one is certainly a contender nonetheless.
And Dark Forces Align, which is, depending on how many adversaries you get, maybe, but yeah. Speaking of adversaries, we'll start off with 3 more there. We've got a Sciences Observation Site, which I don't think I can use. Subterfuge, which I can. Alien Investigation and Computer, which I can. Some combat stuff. Driving. Some witnesses. Oh, more sites. This is pretty good. Alien Investigation, Occult, Evidence Collection. Where am I putting my sites? There we go. Medical treatment. We've got some bluffs. That's going to come in handy. Boy, and more sites. Actually, like I said last time, it's a good problem to have, extra sites.
Yeah, I do see you got a behavioral site in there, so that's probably not going to make the cut. Observation, you're good on observation, I believe. Purdue,
I think I only have 3, right?
Hosting should have 2. I think Purdue has 2, right?
Hosting's got 1, and Purdue.
Oh, okay, so 3. Yeah.
So I'm a little short on that, but maybe witnesses can help. Let's take
perhaps.
No observation witnesses.
Nope, no observation witnesses.
But we've got a couple truth boosters to open, so let's.
There we go.
Some more bluffs. We got a 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. The useless buyers. I'm sorry, it's true.
Oh, Luther Boggs.
Luther Boggs, which is nice, but even better. Ooh. Oh, Brother Martin. He can do some damage.
A Truth is Out There edition adversary. Pretty good. He's pricey, but if I do play an affiliation site, you might feel inclined. Oh,
there's a Langley. Beautiful.
Come on. Good Lord. Unexplainable time loss. Langley. Freaking. Right. Oh my gosh. Good Lord, man.
All right. Let's see what we got in our last pack here. Another 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. Another Dr. Berube. Computer and Sciences sites abound, and observation and sciences. Oh, man. Do not help.
Yeah. Oh, what's that upside down card?
Meet Brother Andrew.
That is a rare. That one negates 1 behavioral card, so that's pretty sweet.
We'll see what your team is like.
Depending on how behavioral. I mean, I was gonna say earlier, one of the things I think we've seen in most, if not all, of these steel decks is I think at least one of us has pulled that bureaucracy heavy team that has like 10 bureaucracy and very little else.
Here's the last rare. Oh, it's another Safe House.
Safe House. You got 2 safe houses in there, so who knows? Maybe you'll feel inclined to want to make one of those witnesses a witness resource.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan. And I'll let you open your packs while I do a little deck building here.
Sounds good. Let's do this. Man, I gotta say, Nathan, you set a high bar with that premiere box right there, so hopefully
pretty solid.
I think I just jinxed myself when I mentioned how it seems like every game there's been one of the 2 of us has had the bureaucracy heavy team. Because
did you get it?
I believe I did, because I have Colton for starters, and he is one of the 4 agents that makes that up. So, yep. There's Blevins, there's Lamanna, and you can rest assured that the 4th agent is going to be none other than A.D. Skinner as soon as I can find him. And there he is. A.D. Skinner. Criminal and evidence and subterfuge are pretty good, thanks to mostly of that is to Skinner. But pretty much everything else, yeah, I'm
Well,
gonna be.
I hope you don't have an unexplainable tab loss played against you.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good lord. Let's hope I don't see that card tonight. Oh wait, I already did. So whether it'll get played or not, we'll find out. My kingdom for a frohickey at this point. But let's take a look at my the rest of my premier starter and hope that I have at least a few bureaucracy sites, because that's mostly what I'm going to be looking for in this deck. All right, so subterfuge, that I can barely do that. And buyers, staple of every pack you ever open. All right. There's a bureaucracy site. There's a useless computer site right there. All right, so yep. The usual sites, criminal evidence and bureaucracy sites in the banded portion of it. But where the fates come in is where the rest of the 60 card starter deck is comprising, and that is going to be what we're about to find out right now. True Grit is nice. Unfortunately, this meta kit is decidedly useless because not one of my agents has medical skill amongst them. So actually, I'll keep that in there just to sell it for CP purposes, because it is worth 4. So it's not a bad one to have just to, hawk at the briefing phase. Taped Intelligence is another one, but really, do I need more bureaucracy amongst these guys? So again, keeping that in there just for CP. Some combat cards. Detective Sharon Lazard, Lascos, medical, but don't have any medical. And Dr. Sheila Braun adds a couple to behavioral, and I only have 1 behavioral amongst these guys. So that one is also not going to be worth much except for selling, perhaps. Reading the Signs, entirely useless. Out. A couple of adversaries. Oh, yeah, a sciences site. Why not?
Dude, I have so many of them, too.
Yeah.
The truth packs were full of sciences and behavioral sites I can't use.
Oh, but on the plus side, I did get a Langley as well. Yeah, Crop Circles is useless. And I don't have observation either, so Evidence Overlooked is also useless.
I don't think you have any behaviorals, so...
I have 1 from Colton, and that's it.
Meet Brother Andrew probably isn't going to do much.
No. Nope. I mean, it's possible I could have like a multi-site.
That's true.
Yeah, at best, but yeah. Maybe. Okay. Medical treatment could come in handy because we are going to be working with some adversaries. Some equipment cards. An observation site, which no good. It's not the first time I've had this particular team in a sealed game. And if memory serves, it didn't go well the last time I played a sealed game with this team. But, it's a different night. And we have yet to see what the booster packs have in store. All right, so... Relentless Pursuit. We have been seeing a bit more of that card as of late, because Hard Evidence is a very nice one to have. Some travel arrangements, that's a pretty good card to have when you have a bureaucracy-heavy team that relies on Skinner and Blevins being stuck in the bureau. Olympic Nationals, get another buyers. I'm in there. Doug Spinney, he's not good for sciences. Another Evidence Overlooked. Nope. Authorized access only. Yeah, that's going to work out really well against that team over there, who has 8 subterfuge. And an alien investigation and computer site.
Yeah.
Also useless. Street Contacts. I am a fan.
That's a great card.
And it's nice to get a card that a team needs to make a bureaucracy skill check in order to use, because that is what we're working with here. And a couple more equipment for that. So, yep. Not a great pack for this particular team. But I have 1 more to open here. All right, let's see. This one looks decidedly similar to the one I just opened. Government Cover-Up. Car Troubles, I do like that one. combat card, another gas chromatograph, Holtzman, X-Files research, another hard evidence. I kid you not, this pack is like a spitting image of the one I just opened.
You're going to be generating some resources.
Yeah, 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, that's nice. I believe you did have an occult adversary in there, and I also got Brother Martin is attracted to you.
Oof.
Central Prison does have some criminal investigation, as does Minneapolis, so those two are worthwhile sites. And a couple more combat cards to finish out the deck. So that's what we have. Not thrilled. Not thrilled at all. Especially since I did put a bit of some stakes into this game prior to this evening.
It's not too late to pull out.
At some point, that pack is going to get opened, and with any luck, that gum will have just disintegrated in that time. But if I run my finger across it, it does actually, I can tell that gum is still in there despite being close to 30 years old. So let's see, how many cards did we have amongst 60 plus the 15 in each? So that's 90 cards, right?
Yeah. I think I'm probably going to just skate by with a 60 card deck here.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, I'm going to work with about 62 cards for this. Let me do another round of shuffling. So I see we have 3 viewers in our midst this evening, one of them being Mr. Mike Perrine. If either of you joining us feel inclined to leave any comments, I do read them off during the broadcast. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them out as well. I'll certainly do my best to answer them. All right, I think I'm pretty well shuffled here. So while you're still doing that, I'll just go ahead and get this out of the way. We'll figure out which of us is going to be going first. So Nathan, you know my usual method of determining that. So I got my 2 tokens here. The blue one here. If you pull that one, you'll be the conspiracy player to start off with, all right?
All right.
All right. So which hand is it going to be?
We'll go your right hand.
My right hand?
Yeah.
That means you're going to be starting off as the conspiracy player, my friend.
All right. So I got my 7 cards. I got my agent team in the bureau. Let's rock and roll.
Okay. And I will draw my free card to begin the briefing phase. And move my teams down into the bureau here. Taking a look at my team's res for this inaugural round, Agent Colton has 2 res. Blevins has 1. However, he's treated as res 2 when he's in the bureau section of the table. Agent LaManna has 1. And Skinner has 1, but like Blevins, he is treated as a res 3 if he's in the bureau section of the table. So that's 2, 2, that's 5, or 2, 2, 1, and 3. So that's a total of 8 res right there, which will take my resource pool up from 5 to 13. I think of that 13, I'll just buy 2 cards. And I'll turn it over to you.
I'm going to sell Detective Sharon Lazard for 2. No buying for me.
No buying. Alrighty, so we'll head into the healing phase, but only for just a moment because this is the first round and none of my agents are in the hospital at this point. So we'll skip that and head into the requisition phase, in which I did pull a couple of equipment cards, so I think I might as well go ahead and requisition at least one of them. I have the wiretap, which I'll go ahead and give that to AD Skinner for 2, and that'll take my resource pool down from 11 to 9. And the wiretap, for those of you who are unaware, adds 1 to the agent's subterfuge skill, so that will take Skinner's subterfuge up a notch.
Well, what's the difference between a lap dance and a table dance? A lap dance, they're all over you. A lap dance costs more. All right. Tell me the best spot. Where? Up there, I'm out. But you gotta spend money. I'm there.
It's a shame I didn't pull that cell phone in either of those Truth Is Out There booster packs.
Yeah, you kind of need your agent team in the field, so I wonder how much res he's going to get you.
You would think the banded portion of the premiere box would have the cell phone in there.
Yeah,
for
sure.
this particular one, but it doesn't.
For sure.
So go figure on that.
I don't know if they were like anticipating that people were going to play a lot of sealed with it. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like a give. From where we're sitting, it seems like a given, but apparently it wasn't at that point. With that, I think we're ready to deploy the team. All right, so we're going to send everyone out to the field. So everyone's getting some fresh air, getting some time away from that stuffy FBI building. So next comes case assignment, in which we'll be sending the team to potentially 2 sites. The first one being Mattawa, Washington, which is a mono site, Nathan, with the keywords bureaucracy and result.
Okay. My ear's numb from being on hold for so many hours.
Well, at least we can be sure they didn't trace our call. I couldn't find the truck. Did you have any luck?
Yep. It's heading northwest on I-90. We have to get a couple tickets to Seattle.
The other one, potentially, is University of Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland, and that is also a mono site with the keyword result and criminal investigation. And for the deuce, that's going to reduce my resource pool down from 9 to 5.
Yep. No bluffs on those.
No bluffs. I'm not surprised there, considering you weren't too thrilled about the bluffs that you had. So as we enter the investigation phase, I'm going to be sending Skinner over to Mattawa, Washington, and I'm going to send the other 3 over to University of Maryland. With that, we'll start our investigation with Mattawa, Washington. Again, that's bureaucracy and result.
Nope. Ask away.
Nope. I figured with both of these result sites, it was like I was really going to be in hot water if you had that Darkness Falls in your hand.
Well, you haven't gotten away with the second one yet.
Not yet. Nathan, by any chance, is your X-Files result death?
It is.
Wow. Well, that is a promising start. We have thus, I believe, narrowed Nathan's X-File down quite drastically from 41 to 13, if I'm correct. We'll pass on the identity for Skinner. We'll head over to University of Maryland. Criminal investigation 4 is the prerequisite. I've got 2 from
you're gonna get that one.
1 from Blevins and 1 from Lamanna. That is 4 for the prerequisite. And yes, we know your X-Files result is death, but let's see, of the remaining 13, which do I want to rule out? By any chance, is your X-File John Barnett?
It is not.
It is not. Well, on the plus side, I have ruled out government as the affiliation.
All right, and now coming back at you with the result question. I don't think you would have picked a death result. So I'm going to guess, is your result, let's say, manipulation?
Sorry, let me find it on here. I should know this. No, it is not manipulation. I repeat, my X-Files result is not manipulation. Forgive me for a moment. I was about to say yes. I was like, wait, what are you talking about?
I saw a little panic set in on your face.
Yeah, I was like, because again, I have a lot of these characteristics committed to my memory. Well, you're about to head into your own investigation phase, so you might have a couple of sites you might want to play as well.
So let's get it started and draw a card. My freebie.
Yes, indeed.
I'll generate res, so this team is going to give me 5. So we're going to send CryChecks 2 to my conspiracy pool. I added 3 to my resource pool for
sounds good.
My other 3, and I will, I think, I'll just draw 1 card.
Okay, so I'm going to sell a couple of things. Mayhem Propulsion Lab for 2. Gas Chromatograph for 2. Combat card Hide for 1. And I think that's it. Yep, so that'll add 5 to my conspiracy pool, which takes it up to 10. I think I'm gonna buy 3 cards, which will take it down from 10 to 7. Back to you.
All right. So no healing, no requisition. I'm going to play a single site, pop 1 off there for the 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 house in Dudley, Arkansas.
Mr. 𝐗-𝐁e𝐬?
Oh, did I skip deployment? They're all going to the field. It is a Subterfuge 5, Behavioral 5, Affiliation or Motive. And let's pop Hostings token.
Albert? 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 Belagana. What is this?
This is where you pucker up and kiss my ass.
Now listen,
Now you listen to me, you son of a bitch. This man's name is Albert Hosteen. You should remember that. Because if Agents Mulder and Scully come down with so much as a case of the flu, Albert is prepared to recite chapter and verse, file for file, everything on your precious tape.
It's a nice try, Skinner.
I'm sure you're thinking Albert is an old man. And there are plenty of ways that you might kill him, too. Which is why in the ancient oral tradition of his people, he's told 20 other men the information on those files. So unless you kill every Navajo living in 4 states, that information is available with a simple phone call.
I was hoping you would forget to do this turn, much like I neglected to use Colton's token, but I'll go ahead and lay out my conspiracy cards, of which I believe I just have the 3. Yes, so those are the 3, 2 adversaries, 1 combat card. But for your edification, I do have the running gun battle, which is a purple 1, the travel arrangements, and a couple of sites.
Okay. What are those, the sites? What are the words on those?
Newark, New Jersey, Evidence and Method, Cumberland, Affiliation, and Subterfuge.
Okay.
All right, so let's put these conspiracy cards back over here for you to choose
what
from.
Is Deadly Blur's activators?
It is Motive Sight, of which is one of them, and then Brother Martin is attracted to you is Affiliation, which I believe is also for
But you don't have the 8 for Brother Martin.
I do not have the 8 for Brother Martin.
So I think it's Deadly Blur on this one.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What Nathan has done, for those of you who are unaware, is he has cast Hosteen's token on the Deadly Blur adversary card. So if I do play the Deadly Blur, Nathan will be granted an automatic question regarding my X-File.
All right, so no bluffs.
No bluffs, obviously.
You can play the Deadly Blur if you like.
So send your team in and tell me about which skill you're going to be applying to that site.
This is a subterfuge or behavioral site. We'll obviously be doing subterfuge on this. And I am currently sitting at 8. 2 from Hosteen, 2 from Purdue, 4 from 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬.
I think because you're going to be getting a question regardless, I may as well go ahead and play the Deadly Blur for the full cost of 7. And again, that does have an activator of Motive Sight, of which that is present on the 𝐗-𝐁e𝐬 house. Do you have anything to negate that adversary, Nathan?
Nope, he's gonna pop in here.
All right, so do you want to take your question now?
Yeah, I do.
Get that out of the way.
So I can pick any characteristic?
Yeah, I believe that's what Hosteen's card says. Any question regarding my X-File. It's an open book.
Is your affiliation primordial?
It is not primordial. I repeat, my X-Files affiliation is not primordial. With that out of the way, and you, as you previously stated, you do not have anything to negate the deadly blur, which means we are going to head into the combat subroutine, in which we'll begin with the long-range combat. The deadly blur has an effect which states each opponent's long-range combat and close-range combat is reduced by 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
And any agent damaged by the deadly blur is placed in the hospital for the next 2 turns, regardless of how much health they have.
Yeah.
And so what we're going to be doing is the deadly blur is going to be inflicted with 4 damage as a result of the 3 from Krychek and the 1 from Reggie Perdue, which is going to take its health down from 6 to 2. And so at that point, we're going to head into the close range combat, in which Krychek has, if I'm not mistaken, 2. Is that right?
Krychek has 2, right? Close
And so
range.
that's going to be reduced by 1. Perdue has 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, hold on. Did you do damage in the long range combat round?
No, because it's NA.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
So close range, he's going to take 1 from Krychek. That's it.
The deadly blur inflicts 4 damage onto Albert Hosteen, and that's going to be enough to send him to the hospital.
Okay.
Must have been an animal.
The deadly blur is coming in with just a sliver of health, but Krychek at this point is going to be finishing him off, but not before the deadly blur inflicts 4 damage.
What I'm going to do is pay 2 and play Run For It on Krychek.
Oh, okay. Well,
And
nicely
he's
played on
still-
that.
Still going to be able to contribute his skills. It says play this card on any agent to immediately end the combat for that agent. Finish the combat without the agent takes no damage from the combat and may still contribute his skills to other skill checks.
Cool. So at this point, as we're out of the combat subroutine, I believe you do have enough subterfuge, actually, because Perdue does have 1, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so you do have enough to make.
He's got 2, actually.
He's got 2? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Even better.
Postings in the hospital. We're going to get the site off. It's an affiliation or motive question.
Yes, indeed. Which one are you going to go for?
You
I've already asked one affiliation.
I know. I'm a big fan of knocking out chunks of affiliation. So, is your affiliation a cult?
Damn it, it is.
Oh,
Well done. And seeing as you got that result question in the previous round, that does certainly narrow it down to less than 8, if I'm not mistaken. I think you probably have me down to 7. Yeah. But are you going to take a crack at my X-Files identity at this point?
And give you an affiliation when you know my result. No, I don't think I'll be doing that.
All right. Okay, so as we head into the debriefing, I want to address some of the comments we've been getting during that bit of a long-winded investigation / combat phase. David Peace with Studio Sequence says, Steven, loved the flex corner with Hell Money, OG tokens, and the Donruss card. And you may have missed it, but it also has one of the 1013 playtest cards, courtesy of Mr. Mike Perrine, who's also in the audience. Thank you very much, Mike.
Very nice.
This is just one of the blank ones, though, so I was just using the back, flexing the back side of it. For the other ones, I put in my binder. And for David's last comment, he says, if there is more than one agent in the hospital, do they all become one team? Yes, David. Yeah, any agents in the hospital can be considered part of the same team. And so with that, let's enter debriefing and decide if we're going to discard any of our cards from our hands. I have 6, Nathan, so I figure I'll just keep them at this point.
I have 6 as well. There are rules about when you can designate new agent teams and things. I'm not going to get into them here, but they exist.
They do. Yep.
All right.
And so with that, we'll pass it back to me, and I'll draw a free card to begin the next briefing phase. All that sweet res that I generated last round is not going to be as much this time. But nevertheless, Colton has 2, Blevins has 1, LaManna has 1, and Skinner has 1, and that will take my resource pool up to 10. From 5 to 10. And will I be drawing any more? Yeah, we'll take a couple. Take my resource pool down from 10 to 8.
Now, in the future, Steven, just in case I have a relentless pursuit,
Hmm.
you're going to need to pay for him before you draw.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Pay first, then draw. Yep, you got it.
I don't have a relentless pursuit. I wish I did.
You didn't pull one in any of those tonight?
I don't think so.
Oh, I did, but
I know.
I actually don't remember if I included it. I may have chucked it out because it really is hard to play that in at just the right moment.
Yeah. All right, so over to me.
Yep.
So I don't think for the next few turns I'll be doing any occult investigating. So I'll discard 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. I'll discard. We don't have any sciences, so I'll discard Cape Cod. That'll get me 3 conspiracy. And I think I'll draw 3. Easy come, easy go.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
All right. And so as we head into healing, again, it's going to be a quick healing phase because all of my agents have passed their physicals with flying colors. For requisition, I do not have any equipment cards to requisition to my agents who are all on the field at this point. So we'll head into deployment, in which we'll keep everyone deployed in the field. And at that point, we're going to head into case assignment, of which we'll be sending the team to possibly 2 sites, but we'll see how I'm feeling about it. But those 2 sites, Nathan, are Cumberland Prison in Virginia and Newark, New Jersey. Cumberland Prison, monosite with the keywords affiliation and subterfuge. Meanwhile, Newark, New Jersey has the keywords method and evidence collection.
There it is, tucked away in the far corner behind the pipes.
Oh my God.
I don't know if you can see it from here, but it has no sex organs. It's genderless.
Platyhelminthes are often hermaphroditic. Mulder, this is amazing. Its vestigial features appear to be parasitic, but it has primate physiology. Where the hell did it come from?
I don't know. But it looks like I'm going to have to tell Skinner that his suspect is a giant blood-sucking worm after all.
Well, you know me. I actually do have a bluff for this bluff is going to go on the evidence collection site.
Very good. And so with that, we will assign everyone. Yeah, everyone's going to Cumberland Prison. And again, that is a subterfuge affiliation keyword site. For subterfuge, Skinner has 4 courtesy of the wiretap. And Blevins also has a subterfuge to lend to it as needed. So I got a little bit of padding coming from my man Blevins there. So what do you got for me?
Well, Steven, Skinner's about to have a bad day.
Oh, boy.
Because Brother Martin is attracted to him.
Would you like to dance?
Not right now. Look, I'm really not interested, okay?
Just one dance. One dance.
So this one does not initiate combat. The agent gets 3 damage tokens.
Yep.
and has to be moved to the hospital, healing at half the normal rate.
Yep, sure does. Well, I guess the only thing I can do is use Lamana's effect at this point, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing in your hand that's actually going to help me with that. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and use it. So Lamana's effect, for those of you who are unaware, is going to allow me to examine Nathan's hand, and I may take one card from his hand and steal it. So show me those cards.
Yeah. So we have a medical treatment, which is going to help. A government car, Cape Cod, Farmington, and a Dr. Davies.
So I'll go ahead and take that medical treatment from your hand there, and
I can't use it on hosting. Let me put it this way: it doesn't get hosting out faster.
No, it does not
because of the blurs effect. So
that's right. So that's cost 1, right?
Correct. Yes.
All right. So I'll just go ahead and pay that.
Okay.
And Skinner has full damage, and so
he doesn't have full damage.
What does it say?
So he gets 3 damage tokens.
Oh, 3 damage token. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he can't leave until it's all healed.
Okay, so Skinner will be stuck in the stuck in the hospital for 3 rounds.
They'll kill you.
Sir, you have to tell me who.
They'll kill Mulder to get what he is, what he's become.
Okay, that's good. Let's go.
And kudos, Brother Martin. We don't get to see that adversary played very often because it is decidedly expensive.
Yeah, he's pretty great though.
Yes, he is.
He's on par with like 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬.
Oh yeah, yep. So because of that, in Newark, we decided not to send any agents to that site. So that one will be set aside with the bluff still attached to it. I'll discard Cumberland, and we will now head into debriefing phase.
So does this medical treatment get discarded then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I paid for it, but unfortunately, it gets no usage.
And I only have 4 cards for.
Got 7. I'll keep them all.
Okay.
Over to you.
Right. So I will draw my freebie. We're going to generate res, which is going to be only 4 this time. And with that, I think I'm going to draw 3. So I have 8 cards. So I'll pass it over to you to buy and sell.
I'll sell just 2 cards. Running Gun Battle for 3 and Gas Chromatograph for 2. And that will take my conspiracy pool up from 0 to 5. No buying.
Okay. So we're going to go to, let's see here.
I assume we're skipping healing and requisition, yes?
Yeah, right.
Yep.
So I'll heal 1 off hosting.
Oh, yeah. I guess we're not skipping it.
Kind of important.
Yep. So he's out of the ICU for at least the moment, but he's still on his way to the burn unit at Johns Hopkins to heal all those burns he got inflicted with by the deadly blur. So anyway, skipping requisition. Deploy as you will.
I'm going to use produce token to go draw a result site.
Which, you don't know my result yet, although I do know yours.
So what happened here?
Lone gunman took out a sales girl after she filled up a bag for him.
You guys turn up anything?
Not much, except this. It's gonna blow your mind.
Why?
I'm telling you, Mulder, this is going to blow your mind.
What is it?
Wait a second.
You see what I called you?
What about witness descriptions?
White male, 5'11" to 6 feet, ski mask.
Damn it, Reggie, that's Barnett.
Yeah, but it can't be.
Who's Barnett?
Icy Cape, Alaska looks good.
It's It's a little chilly, but otherwise, yeah, looks good. It's evidence collection, right?
It is, and I'll pay the 2 to play it and then send it over to you for bluffs.
No bluffs.
All right.
No shoot. No, I take it back. Bluff. Sorry. I forgot that was in my hand. Bluff.
Bluff.
Yes, 1 bluff. Sorry. I got, for a moment, I blanked on what was in my hand. So, yes, bluff. Now let's head into investigation phase. Assign your team as you will.
This all seems a little manufactured to me. Let's go for it. See what we got.
Tell me about your team's evidence collection, please.
Currently sitting at 5.
Tell me about specifically who has what.
2 Purdue, 2 Krychek, 1 Janice.
Okay. All right, everyone's there, huh?
Yep.
True bluff. Good. You called me on that. Well done.
All right. So it's a result, and now you know what? I'm going to go with the logical choice, which is death.
I'm afraid my X-Files result is not death.
And there's really no harm in asking a question at this point, because the worst you get is a identity question off me, since you already know the result. And how many are left on your sheet?
12, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I have to flip over to Yost's spreadsheet to be sure, but yes, I haven't asked the question last round.
What kind of sites do I have here?
So you're pretty safe.
Is your X-File, Stephen, Colonel Wharton the Zombie Master?
My X-File is not Colonel Wharton the Zombie Master.
All right. Take a crack at mine, my friend.
Yep, 1 in 12. 1 in 12 is what I have here.
Worse odds than me, but
worse odds. But I have pulled out miracles on occasion, though I don't think tonight is going to be one of those. I will just take a shot in the dark and say, Nathan, by any chance, is your X-File Leonard?
It is not Leonard.
So that just takes the possibilities down from 12 to 11. So there are still quite a few left. So we'll have to see how I fare in the next round. Will I get closer to identifying Nathan's X-File? Well, we'll see. Let's head into debriefing. I only have 4 cards, and I'll keep them at this point.
And I have 8, so we got to pitch something here. And I think it's going to be Harry Coakley, who I have no use for.
Yeah.
All right, back to you.
Okay, and I'll draw my free card to start a new round. And, oh boy. So with Skinner out of commission for a little bit, my team is only going to be generating 4 res with Blevins still out in the field. So that takes my resource pool up to 11. Of that 11, I'll buy 5 cards, which will take my resource pool down from 11 to 6. Oh, unless if you want to play Relentless Pursuit, yeah. Sorry, I got the sequencing wrong there.
No, it's all good.
Yeah. All right.
All good.
Okay. Oh, I did draw hard evidence.
This isn't official procedure.
Really?
Oh, come on.
It's probably a safe bet Ray Soames never made the varsity basketball team. Seal this up. Right now. Nobody sees or touches this. Nobody.
So that takes it up from 6 to 9.
Yep. Oh, over to me?
Yep.
So my team, I don't know if you notice, it doesn't do sciences. So I'm going to pitch that for 2.
Mm-hmm.
It also does not do observation anymore. So I'm going to pitch that for 2. I don't really think I need this government car for anything. So I'm going to pitch that for 2. Yeah, I'll just do that. We'll do 6. And then I'll draw, let's say 3.
3 it is. All right, so I do want to go back to the comments for just a moment. Guillaume has joined us this evening.
Guillaume.
Yeah, rise and shine, Guillaume. I know it's very early over there in France. I do thank you for waking up early to take in this game. And also want to point out that Mike Perrine has said, I love Steven, but I'm rooting for Gum.
Yeah.
In all caps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure he is. And that why else would anyone be tuning in tonight if not to see me shove a piece of 28-year-old gum in my mouth?
Well, Mike, I'm not taking anything for granted. The game is not over.
Let's exit the briefing phase and head into healing. I'm going to remove only 1 token from Skinner as opposed to 2 because of the Brother Martin effect. So unfortunately, he's still in the hospital. For requisition phase, we'll skip that because I have no equipment to assign at this point. For deployment, we'll keep everyone deployed in the field. For case assignment, we're going to, unfortunately, send the team over to that site that has a bluff attached to it because, unfortunately, I have not pulled another site yet. Actually, I don't even have enough to investigate that site. So,
well, you could. You would fail.
I would fail miserably. So, yep, not going to actually investigate that site. So, for case assignment, we're actually going to just skip case assignment, and we're also just going to skip investigation altogether. So, yeah. It's not looking well. So let's head into debriefing, shall we, Nathan?
Okay, I have 7.
I got to discard some stuff. So I'm going to get rid of pheromone-induced psychosis.
Oh, great card.
Yep. Government cover-up is also going to go. And that takes me down to 7.
Okay, I have 7 as well.
Let's pass it back to you.
All right, draw a freebie. Hopefully it's something usable. We'll generate res, which is going to be 4. 2, 3, 4. I could really use a hard evidence right now, Stephen. I wonder what it's like to have a bunch of those.
I wonder what it's like to have a site right now.
Truth.
I really want. I'll trade a hard evidence for a site any day.
You know, I would do that, but I don't think it's in my interest to do that. So I'll kick it over to you to buy and sell for conspiracy.
Sure thing. I'm going to sell 3 cards, fingernail scrapings, because that's obviously so useful as it showed in the last round. For 1, Walther PPK for 4.
Nice.
Expedite request for resources for 1. So that's 6 altogether. Takes it up from 5 to 11. Let's go with 3 cards. Back to you.
So back to me means we go to healing. Hosting is still plugging away, trying to fix himself up. And no requisition, but I will Luther Lee 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬.
Oh, great.
Let's see that hand.
I think Mike would agree. If you're going to play Boggs, you got to do the hands thing. If you want to be able to see my hand, you got to start channeling. Yeah, that's right.
Starbuck. Let's see your hand.
Dark place. Cold. Cellar. Warehouse condemned. An angel of a stone. Waterfall. Waterfall. Not a waterfall. Not water. There.
I will thus reveal what's in my hand. X-Files research, suspect description. Those are the and travel arrangements. Those are the RP cards there.
Uh-oh, that means you got a lot of conspiracy.
I do have a fair amount, specifically 4. Brother Martin is attracted to you. Car troubles. Poisonous gases. You've got a tail.
Okay, so Brother Martin, if I remember, was an affiliation?
That's correct.
Car troubles, I don't remember what that does.
Only 2 agents will be allowed to contribute to the site.
Is it my choice or your choice on that?
Your choice.
Oh, okay. Poisonous gases is going to deal damage, I think, if I don't hit a sciences.
Bingo.
And what is the other last one?
Destroys an event resource, although it's questionable whether destroy means discard or remove from the game, but I think we are leaning towards discard.
I see. So we're in case assignment, staying in the field, obviously, and I'm going to play Farmington, New Mexico, which is a alien investigation or computer site and motive or method question.
Screw those rocks. It's down there.
And considering that your team doesn't have enough alien investigation amongst them, you will likely be going for the computer aspect of that.
Well, I think I'm deficient anyway. You cut it here, aren't I? Oh wait, but I can choose manipulation.
Do you know that already?
I don't think that helps me.
No,
but
just
whatever.
gives you an identity, right? Is that what you want to do?
We'll play it out. We'll see what happens.
All right, go ahead and pay for it.
I did.
Oh, good man, good man. So let's send in the bluffs. 1. Yeah, we'll stand at 1.
Okay. Let's rock and roll, my friend. They're all going.
Yep. As you can imagine, that 1 bluff is poisonous gases. Force an opposing team to make a Sciences 4 skill check. If they fail, each agent takes 1 point of damage.
He also has what appears to be a green fluid coming from a wound in his right upper quadrant.
I don't know what the hell that is. Is it responding to ventilation?
No, and we're noticing those rope veins at the neck and a hyposonic sounding chest. He's going real blue on us now.
Okay, you've got a tension pneumothorax. I want you to perform a thoracotomy and release the pressure in his chest.
Okay, I'm going to need a cannula. We're going to do a needle decompression.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
I'm going to pay 2 for that because it was face down.
Yep, they're each getting pinged. Well, unfortunately, I only have 4 computer.
You said that it has that stipulation that if you ask if it's right?
If I ask if the method is manipulation, but I'm not doing that because I don't have any manipulation.
Okay, so what's the plan then? You kind of have to, otherwise you don't get
plan?
the question. Yeah.
Plan?
You did not include buyers, did you?
Is to cast the most useless card.
Buyers comes in handy.
How can they do that?
How? I'll show you how. You got a $20 bill?
I'll check. Mm-hmm. Hey!
That's just one method. They use this magnetic strip to track you. Whenever you go through a metal detector at an airport, they know exactly how much you're carrying and where you're carrying it.
Hey, buyers, it is a federal crime to deface money.
The strip is an anti-counterfeiting measure.
Buyers has been vindicated.
Buyers is coming in handy for this particular investigation. So Mike Perrine's like OMG with a double exclamation point. Yeah. I am thoroughly impressed. Buyers, you have finally proven your worth.
I'm going to give him a big hug at File Fest. He's not going to have any idea what I'm doing. He's going to call security. It's going to be great, but I'll feel good about it.
To my knowledge, I don't recall seeing him come up in any of our sealed games, but I could be mistaken. I don't know if that includes all the ones on David's channel. Quite possibly. We have not seen Buyers played other than for selling for CP during the sealed games at best. Golf clap.
So, and I think buyers could put me over the top depending on what happens here. So I can ask a motive or method question.
You know what really bugs me is that I discarded pheromone-induced psychosis previously, because I did not expect you would have been playing a witness tonight, since you were previously lamenting how awful they were. So,
and a witness comes through.
Yeah.
So I'll ask: is your motive ideology?
I believe it is, actually. Yep.
Okay. So
bring it home.
Now I have a 50-50 shot here. And should I take it? I think you've got me at 12, right, or something.
11, if
11.
I'm, yeah, 11.
Yeah, I want to. Is your X-File Michael 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, the evil one? He smirks.
My X-File is not.
Yeah, I know. I could tell by the smirk. You didn't even have to answer.
Holy cow!
You're still
All right.
there. Still
I'm
there.
still
my
there.
All right. So just for our viewers at home, I'm pretty sure Steven's X-File is ancestor spirits. But now I got to finish the site.
I can neither confirm nor deny that. But in the meantime, I'm going to be taking a 1 in 11 shot at identifying Nathan's X-File because he has incurred a penalty question. Yeah, I'm just looking at all of the 11 X-Files and just seeing if one jumps out at me. And really, I'm kind of like they're all fixed, so it's not like I could even look at the rarity of them to come up with a possibility for what might have come up in your decks, your sealed decks. That
didn't even occur to me, so I'm really glad that you can't do that. Yeah, if I had known that was possible, I would have just done what you did.
Yeah,
plucked from my pool.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, let's not drag this out any longer. Nathan, by any chance, is your X-File Cecil Lively?
Oh, man. It is not.
Yeah. Lively. Only reason I chose him is because you used him in a previous one, and you made a point of going fire hands.
Did I? I don't even remember that.
That was episode 9 on my channel, the playtest with 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬.
Photographic memory.
Anyway, nevertheless, I've got you down to 10. So next time you successfully investigate a site, Nathan, that is game. And I will be cracking open this pack of Flintstones movie cards and partaking in the ancient gum hidden within. So let's head into debriefing, in which I have currently 6 cards in my hand, and I might as well keep them.
5 for me.
5 for you. All right, passing it back to me, drawing that free card. Once again, my team is Sans Skinner, so they're only going to be generating 4 res, which will take my resource pool up from 9 to 13. And for the life of me, I need a site card. So I need to pull a lot of cards just to get deep in this deck. Let's go 6 cards. Take it down from 13 to 7. Sell away.
Okay.
Son of a bitch. I'm losing this game as a result of no sites, unfortunately.
That's no joke with sealed decks. Like, sites are king for sure.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, I'm going to sell Dr. Davy for 2. I'm going to sell Safe House for 3. I'm going to sell Evidence Overlooked for 1, and I'm going to sell Containment Facility in Georgetown for 2, which is going to be a total of 8. That'll put me at 12. And I currently have just 1 card in my hand, so I think we better buy some. And let's buy... Trying to think of what's all in here. I think Brother Martin was my most expensive conspiracy card. So let's let's tick it down to 6 and draw 6 as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll send it over to you, my friend.
Before we exit briefing, I'm going to play my second hard evidence for 2 and take my resource pool up to 10 from 7.
For sure.
For healing, we'll take another token off of Skinner, but unfortunately, due to Brother Andrew's noted attraction to Skinner, he is still hospitalized for yet another round, despite whether I have healing cards or not. For deployment, let's just send Blevins back to the Bureau. And for case assignment, I got nothing again. I have no sites. So, unfortunately, I will be jumping right over to debriefing again.
Yeah, and I've got 7 yet.
Yep. All right, discarding hard punch. Discarding you've got a tail. Bye-bye, suppressed fury.
For sure. All right, so I will draw my freebie. Generate res, which is going to be 4 again. So I'm going to draw. Oh man, this is hard business here.
You're telling me.
I'm going to draw 3. Go down to 3. 3.
Okay.
And pass it over to you.
Thanks, because I got a lot to unload here. Medikit for 4. Suspect description for 2. X-Files research for 2. Binoculars for 2. Medical treatment for 1. That is a total of 12. That's going to take my conspiracy pool up from 6 to 18. Just digging and digging in hopes of a site coming out. But I also, at this point, need any conspiracy cards I can hope for because I got to stop you. Otherwise, it's over. So, 8 cards. Takes it down to 10. It's for all the marbles here, Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this.
I remember you still got that Brother Martin lurking.
Oh, yeah. Affiliation. Yep.
Okay, but we'll do healing. Hosteen, no requisition.
Welcome back to the team, Hosteen.
Yep, he'll
come deployment
in the field. Yep. Gonna play a site.
Wonder what that's like. I've kind of forgotten after these last few rounds.
So I will pay the 2. We'll go to Browning, Montana.
It's open and shut, Mulder. You know, I'm surprised you volunteered for this assignment. Any Bureau agent could have investigated this reservation homicide. Why are you interested?
We have reports of mysterious deaths and shape-shifting entities. I think Hosteen is the one to take on this job.
Yep. 2 bluffs on that site.
Yep. And no surprise, I'm going to send everybody, and we'll see what happens.
Yep. Both of them are true bluffs, I'm afraid.
All right. Ask away.
Ask away.
Is your X-Files, Stephen, ancestor spirits? Which is appropriate at the Browning, Montana site.
Pardon the ring light, but as you can clearly see, my X-File is ancestor spirits. And with that, Nathan has bested me in this 4th sealed game deck, and the confetti is raining down upon him over there.
I had a sciences site until the last draw when I pulled 3 sites in that last draw. Those 3. So for a while there, it was looking like I was not going to be able to investigate anything either.
So yeah, I think your brother Martin adversary certainly played a decisive role in that victory. But let me ask, what was the face down bluff on that one Newark, New Jersey site? Was it true or not?
It was a true bluff.
Yeah.
Site.
Unfortunately, yeah. Had I decided not to call you on that, I might have at best got another question on there. But with Skinner out of play and it being an evidence collection, yeah. So Brother Andrew proved, or Brother Martin, Brother Martin was a key figure in this win. So, which is an adversary we don't see very often. Yeah.
With honorable mention to Luther Lee Boggs, which allowed me to avoid to play the correct site and get that off.
I'm really not a fan of this bureaucracy team at all.
It's tough. I mean, unless you get a lot of bureaucracy sites, they're tough to make work.
Yeah, and unfortunately, oh gosh, hell yeah, they were all buried at the bottom of this. All the site that was the other thing, is I just wasn't pulling sites either. Nathan, we do have a guest in our midst that I would like to bring in right now. So Michael, welcome aboard. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to watch you eat a stick of 28-year-old gum.
Yes, I figured you would want to egg me on.
I know that you did post something in another group asking about, like, hey guys, is it cool? Like, this gum might be like really old. Like, do you think
I just wanted to assess what other people thought the toxicity levels of 28-year-old gum might be.
You did not get
it was
FDA
about
approval
decidedly mixed comments. A few people were like, "Oh, I would do it for free," while another person would be like, "I would strongly advise against that." So yeah,
I will give you an out right now.
Oh,
I will give you an out right now. Okay.
Nathan, you are a gentleman as well as a very fine X-Files CCG player.
Well, don't think too much of me.
Yeah,
don't think too much of me, because
at this point, Nathan, you are the angel on one shoulder and Mike is the devil on my other shoulder. So yeah, and hence why it's fitting that he decided to join us, because I had a feeling you would be generous enough to allow me an out. I figured, Nathan, you are a gentleman like that.
This is how you build views and subscribers, though, my friend.
Oh, actually, I was not expecting the gum to be actually wrapped. A lot of the times when you open up those baseball cards, it's just loose.
Yeah, that's surprising.
That is very surprising. Not that that makes it any better.
Hey, man, crayons are non-toxic, so I think you're fine.
Yeah. So I don't recall ever seeing this movie.
No one does.
Maybe saw part of it like on TV once, but
wasn't John Goodman in that?
Yeah, he was Fred in that. So
yeah, dude, I can I just ask before you put this in your mouth?
Ask away.
What? Why do you own a Flintstones pack?
That is a great story, actually, and because it is only fitting that I relay this story, because we wouldn't be here otherwise. So, as you will recall,
don't blame me. Don't blame me.
Actually, Mike, you are responsible in not one but two ways here.
He's totally blaming
as
you.
You will recall, I had a.
He's blaming you for his choice to eat a stick of gum from 30 years ago.
For two reasons, and I will explain it now. So, last week, Mike made me aware of another site for eBay-esque site called OfferUp. I've never heard of it before until he mentioned it to me. He told me that a seller is offering 12 what was listed as unopened Premier starter decks. So I downloaded the OfferUp app based on Mike's recommendation, looked at it, and was like, oh, 12 starters for $12.99 plus $7.99, $20. Not a bad deal. However, looking at the image, I could tell that they had been opened, and they had been opened, and there was actually like a brick of 80, 90 cards in there. So that's the first part of which Mike is responsible, because I would never have been made aware of these cards on OfferUp had he not told me about them. The second part, and here's how I came into possession of this Flintstones pack. So those 12 X-Files CCG starters got delivered last week. I opened the pack, I opened the box, and pulled them out. And as I was sifting through them, okay, very cool. And I go to grab the delivery package to throw it away, and then I realize there's something else in here. Okay. And sure enough, it's a pack of unopened Flintstones movie cards. And so I was like, what? It was just, either it was left as a complimentary gift from the seller, or they were using it as padding, or it just fell in the box. Who knows? But it was an odd inclusion in there. The question was, what do I do with this? And so as I sent the picture to Mike, and I think, Mike suggested eat it.
Why would you not?
Let's unveil this old stick of gum here. I'm actually having a hard time getting the foil to come off of it.
No.
Yeah, it's actually starting to fall apart. So, as I'm trying to get it off, breaking apart on me. So, is it all right if I just put a portion of it? Otherwise, I'm going to shove the wrapper.
No, you got to eat the whole thing.
All right. So I never said I would take the wrapper. So you know what? I got about half of it right here in my hand. So let's get this out of the way here. All right.
Here we go.
Does anyone want to give me last rites? I don't. Where's David May? He's a pastor. Where is he right now? Oh boy.
Oh, that's questionable.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Put it all in there, man. Put it all in there.
Let me know if my face is turning green yet.
I think alien abduction would be preferable to this.
Probe or no probe?
Oh, definitely probe. Definitely probe.
Yeah. This.
What's it taste like? Describe it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there is a little hint of sugar in there, but yeah. Oh man, I can't. Yeah.
Does it taste like the end of Rick Moranis' career?
Yeah, I'm getting rid of this. And actually, I forgot to bring a tissue. I'm going to spit it out in this pack of X-Files cards.
How dare you denigrate Mulder and Scully in that way?
Well, you know what? These Truth is Out There boosters did not work out in my favor, so you know what?
With your Flintstones gum.
Ugh. Ugh.
Oh, wow.
I think I got it all. Ugh. Oh, good Lord.
Well, this is probably the highlight of the...
Let's give it up for Steven. Yeah. Hey, come on, man.
Guys.
You did it. You did it.
This has got to be the highlight of the Alien Investigations channel and the X-Files card game Facebook group. Shut them down. What more could we do here?
Well, that's over, gentlemen. Yeah. That's one of those never again moments. This episode has been brought to you by the letter N for Never Again.
Also by the letter F for Flintstones and
the letter L for loss.
Oh, we had twist the knife there.
Yep. I can't make out the
Look
date.
Hold one of those up to the camera, Steven, so you can see the glory of the 90s.
Oh, this is funny. This is ironic because this card is titled "The Winner," of which I am not. I am surely not the winner for this.
Can you send that to me so I can display it?
You know what, Nathan? You've earned it. You certainly earned it. Yeah.
Nathan, I heart you.
Like my 2-0 with the sealed deck. It comes with an asterisk though, because both were against that stupid bureaucracy deck. So
yeah. It's not a great. Like Mike was saying earlier, it works well when you have a finely constructed deck like Matt had.
Yeah.
Not so well when you're just relying on the fates to just give you whatever grouping of cards that your booster packs contain. So yeah, it's not a good one to have.
I long for the day when I can meet an evenly matched competitor.
Hey man, I was just about to say, I've never actually played a sealed deck game before.
Are you up for it, Mike?
I am. I've got oh my god, I just got one sitting right here, just completely sealed decks and boosters sitting right here. Beautiful. Man, let's do it. You have an encyclopedic memory when it comes to this stuff, man. It's nuts. Like, I remember I built my original Alien deck about a year ago to go head-to-head against Matt, and I was standing in the studio, and we used to have the uncut sheets back there, and I'm literally just kind of standing there, and I'm looking at like, oh man, this stuff's so cool, and then I see Alien Discretion, and I'm like, why don't I have that in my deck? That's really cool.
It's like,
I like 2 of those, you know, like
it's basically like another Langley, you know, and you can have 2 of them as well. So that is a good card to have for an alien investigation deck.
And to that point, the X-Files game, I mean, this game, ridiculously complex. Like, to know all the activators and the keywords, and you've got to have sites that match your skills, and incredibly complex. You know, if you're trying to design a new strategy, especially, and you got to go through and figure out, like, you know me, I'm always trying to make the Amaru urn work, right? Never have been able to get that stupid thing to work yet.
Right.
But I'm always trying. So, like, but you're designing it and you're like, okay, who are all the occult adversaries? How much do they cost? How many can I put in like, just to try a new creative strategy. Like, it eats up so much time just figuring out what cards you should even consider in the pool.
All right, so that wraps up yet another sealed deck game. Nathan, I want to thank you for availing your time this Saturday evening to throw down. And again, my heartiest congrats on the win. It was a hard-fought one, but you earned it.
Thank you. Always a pleasure, man.
Yep. And with that being said, I'm going to sign us off so I can go brush my teeth quite thoroughly. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Leave a comment. Let us know if you want to see more sealed deck games and whatnot. And be sure to tune in to Studio Sequim on Tuesday for a matchup between David Peace and Michael Perrine. And Mike, I want to thank you for joining us at the 11th hour to encourage me to stick that piece of gum in my mouth. So again, I'm going to sign us off and just go rinse my mouth out. Thank you all for watching, and be sure to tune in next time for another exciting edition of Alien Investigations.
Adios.